Hello, friends. Welcome to Kareersity podcast episode 7. Today, I have along with me Mr. Sachin Ghosalkar, having vast experience of almost 3 decades into healthcare supply chain network. Sachin played a vital role in Cipla's supply chain network, almost spent 2.5 decades with Cipla as a senior director. Then he moved to Indoco as a senior vice president of supply chain. And currently, Sachin is working as a global supply chain head for ACG Pharmapack. Today, Sachin is with us to share his experience of his journey, how he grew in the career, what are the challenges he faced, and most importantly, he will help us to know what is required today for the youngsters to grow in the segment. Healthcare is a very fast growing segment in the industry, in Indian industry, never dying segment, and all the pharma students actually should choose the right profession while deciding which industry they want to enter. Rather, I'll not say industry, which field they want to enter into after pharmacy. Sachin is here with us today to guide all of us. Thank you, Mr. Sachin, for joining me for this Kareersity episode, podcast episode. Just going to the first question, Sachin, to you.
So, Ramesh, before you go for a question, let me thank you to have me here in this Careersity podcast. I'm so happy that you have taken this step where the students who are coming out of their studies, and when they come out of the college, they really don't know what is the field they should be choosing, and you are making this career through Careersity. You are doing the right thing or right guidance that you are creating for the students for the future, that they could pick it up and make it happen. I'm so thankful to you, Ramesh. Please keep this good work going. Thank you.
Thank you. Sachin, vision of Kareersity is bridging the industry and academia gap.
I
So that from both the side, the challenges what we face, students or the industry, we are able to minimize those issues. That's the vision of Kareersity is.
I
Thank you, Sachin,
appreciate
once
that.
again.
Thank you so much.
Sachin, going to the first question to you, not wasting much time. Uh, what is how you decided to choose supply chain network? That too also in healthcare.
So I think so, guys. What we have to understand is, like, why pharma? It's a never dying profession, and you get a feel of it. If you are not a doctor but you are making a medicine which is a life saving, and you automatically you get a feel that you are saving somebody's life. That's the first thing that any pharma student has to get a feel. And then how they are taking their career further. Let me tell you, I don't know, you if you are in your fourth year, you would have gone to some pharma companies and you would have learned how manufacturing is being done. But there are different wings within the pharma companies also. What you should be? Could you be in your production part? Could you be in your quality part? Could you be in the sales part? Could you be in supply chain? You need to understand what is your inclination. If you are able to fix it up, you will be able to make it great. Why did I choose supply chain? Yes, I think I'm talking to you maybe 3 decades back, where the chain was not as a chain. We were having silos of planning, procurement, probably excise wasn't big thing that time, then dispatches. Now, going forward, the whole thing came together and it made a supply chain as a department. And let me tell you, supply chain is the chain which is actually driving the whole, not only the pharma company, but wherever you go, supply chain plays a very vital role for everyone.
Thank you, Sachin. I too understand, Sachin, supply chain is the backbone of the any industry. If business planning is the brain, supply chain is the backbone. How is your experience as a dealing with backbone of 2.5 decades with Cipla, Indoco, and now ACG?
So, so I think, boys, you have to understand what exactly it is. If you do not have a backbone, you will not be able to stand tall. You know, you will be flat on the bed if your backbone is not strong. And Ramesh, I think so. You have picked up a right wording, that supply chain is a backbone. If I want to talk about what was happening during COVID, believe me, supply chain played a very vital role for all these things. Right from getting your input material to your factory, getting it manufactured, distributing it, reaching it to the last man who required that medicine. And how things were there during the COVID, and it was supply chain who actually drove everything during that period. So that's very important for anybody to. I don't know, Ramesh would have taken a lot of podcast and told you about, he would have met with his colleagues or known people of the pharma industry, would have talked to you about marketing, probably somebody from operations, somebody from quality would be talking to you. But I will tell you, supply chain is going to be a future of the whole industry, whether it is pharma or anything else. And believe, mark my words, believe in this, the next years are going to come out of supply chain.
I agree, Sachin. Business planning is one side. If really want to execute anything, if supply chain is not with the business people, nothing will move. And I 100% go along with you. Future CEOs are going to be through supply chain network. Thank you, Sachin. Coming to the next question, Sachin. In your own career, what are the challenges you faced while taking this sharp growth what you have taken in the industry?
So I really don't want to dishearten you, but let me tell you what was when we came into supply chain, or rather, I started my career into procurement in Cipla. Maybe 5 6 years I was doing the procurement, right from indirect to direct procurement, raw material, packing material, everything I looked into that first 5 6 years. This is the story which I'm telling to you, maybe of 1992. Then after I was put into the shoes of my planning manager who was retiring that year, I started looking after planning, and there it actually gave me a feel of what exactly the whole chain works upon. When you are in planning, you know the needs of the sales team, what they require. You have to plan for the raw material to execute the final product out of it. Then you deal with the whole of the production people or the operations people who actually manufactures the product for you. Coming forward, you deal with the final leg of distribution team where it is reaching to your warehouses. From there, it gets distributed across pan India, or could it be to the world. So that makes your understanding, and I got the feel at that time that I'm doing something big. I'm doing something which is completely aligned with my thought process when I wanted to grow big. I would have got a chance to work as an during my study time. I was looking out to be an architect, but I'm thankful to God that I choose to come into the science field, and I'm in pharmaceuticals where my luck was in favor that I got Cipla, like of a company where I grieved every 2 3 years I was able to do something new, and that gave me an enthusiasm, but had to put some efforts a lot to make that happen also. But you are learning, your data gathering, putting it forward, making it happen makes you big on that front.
Thank you, Sachin. Any message for the youngsters today, to the today's generation who are willing to actually enter into pharma or healthcare supply network?
So let me tell you, you have first picked up pharma as to study, you have taken a wise decision. Then coming into pharma world is going to make you, top of it. Further, if I want to talk about supply chain, then your enthusiasm will make you big in the whole world. Don't believe like what more you can do. There is an limitless things that can happen for you in this pharma world. As Ramesh started with it, it's a non-dying thing. It's going to be big. Pharma has never looked back for anything. So you will be in a right profession, and I'll tell you, if you pick up supply chain, maybe through Ramesh, or whenever you want to be, there is a lot of things that you will be getting a learning out of it, and you can make it big. Only thing that I would like to tell you is, like, till you are studying, try to gather the whole data. Data is going to play everything. Future is on AI. The whole supply chain is going to move across on an AI also. So artificial intelligence, which is going to make it big. You do Google, you get a lot of things out of it. Make your data strong. When you meet people, you are able to deliberate with them, and that gives you a lot of learnings out of it. Try to do that. I think you will be a successful career guy.
Thank you, Mr. Sachin. Thanks for coming at the Kareersity episode
Pleasure.
7,
Pleasure.
podcast episode 7. If I summarize Mr. Sachin's thought processes today, first message coming to us is you are in the right industry, you're choosing the right profession, never dying industry. Second is consistency of work will help you to grow faster in the career. Third comes to if you want to enter into supply chain network, you should know how to read data. You should know how to interpret data. My request to all the pharmacy students is, all the students who are youngsters who want to enter the industry, start understanding data science. Fourth, not the least, I'll say, things are going to move towards AI. Things are moving towards technology. So start understanding technology along with your pharmaceutical science. If really you wish to grow into pharmaceutical supply chain network. Thank you, Mr. Sachin, for coming once again. And sure, the message today you gave to industry youngsters to enter in the industry is really going to help them to enter the right sector post their pharmacy.
Thank you, Ramesh, for having me here.
Thank
Thanks
you
a
once
lot.
again. Thank you, Sachin.